And on this episode of Controversial Conversation, we have.
Look,
It's illegal, isn't it?
basically, don't go topless on a website with 6-year-olds. On an app with 6-year-olds. That's
Regardless
all
of
we're
whether you're
saying.
a guy or not.
Yeah, it's just weird and that is very. I don't know. It's very suspect. You should.
How are we not stuttering and doing and sweating bricks? I guess.
I am sweating, but not sweating bricks. That's just because I don't have the fan switched on.
What do you hope to
Birthday.
get from it though? Like, oh, nobody noticed my birthday. Ha ha ha! I'm so loved.
Nah, I'm here talking about it on a podcast. So I mean, it's a win-win.
Yeah, but you didn't know you would be talking about on the podcast. So.
Bold of you to assume that. Welcome back to Controversial Conversation, episode 12, with me, Taran Menon, and your other two hosts. Guys, are you gonna-
Shreyas Kota.
Yeah,
and
Kota.
Rahul Narakumar.
that's pretty embarrassing.
Just
Yeah,
say.
and we
with
got
this
there. We
opening,
got
just-
there.
Just say the name. Just say it on your own. It's much easier. And it saves us the awkward silence.
It's less personalized.
Look, we got there at the end. That's all that
It's
matters.
less personalized. I don't know about you, but it's less personalized.
Who cares?
No, but I
So-
man.
Okay.
Welcome back
My
to episode 12. It's 12, right?
Hopefully.
Yeah, it's 12. It's 12. It's 12.
Yeah.
It's 12. I know this one.
Alright, cool.
Nice.
Alright, cool.
Oh.
Because I mean, like, we recorded like 5 or 6 episodes, and I think 3 or 4 of them didn't ever see the light of day.
You don't have to bring it up
Sorry.
every time you upload a
Every
video.
single
Like, literally, last video is like, oh, Maynon deleted the last 2 videos.
Every
Get the fuck
single
over
time.
him.
And he just keeps increasing
I
the
didn't.
number.
I don't think I. I don't think I
Yeah,
brought it
3, 4.
up like
3,
last week.
4. You brought it up last week, my dear
I don't-
friend. You did.
You did. You did.
There's at least one episode where I didn't bring it up.
That's not an
Ever since
achievement.
that day.
Video in 4 episodes. Anyway, you want to go straight into political discourse?
Political
Fuck
discourse.
Politics.
Political
Okay,
discourse.
I have a
my
question.
God.
I have a question to kick things off.
What's it?
Oh, we've all come of age, yeah, except Menon.
What the fuck?
So, how do you guys celebrate your birthday these days? Well, these years.
And I'll let Menon answer first.
Yeah, honestly, I use my birthdays as a social experiment.
What do you do?
I don't see. This is something very school life ish, because you usually wear a color dress to school on your birthday. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just wear a uniform and
Yeah,
hope.
just wear the
to see-
uniform and go see if anybody actually notices. Someone does notice, and it does catch on from then on. But it's always interesting to see how far you can go without getting like nobody in my bus knows. Yeah.
But I feel like it wouldn't work now because like at 12 a.m. everyone's like posting Instagram stories saying happy birthday.
Right, but
So
nobody
people
on
have
my
probably
bus.
already seen it by. Okay, if nobody's there,
Yeah.
yeah, that makes sense. That'd be
What's
interesting
the-
actually.
Wait, what's the furthest you've gone and the what's it called, earliest you've gotten a birthday wish, if you remember?
There was this once, I think it was last year. One of the guys in my bus did remember it.
Shout out to that guy. Does he
that's-
watch the podcast?
No, he doesn't. It's a very
Shouting out
interesting
to-
guy,
anyway.
though. He's a very interesting guy. A lot of anecdotes you can gain from him. But the thing is, he remembered that I did something similar like the year before that, and he just kind of like caught on. But the farthest I've gone would have been the first year of shifting schools, where I just went like for the entire day. Nobody knew.
I mean, like that
How
makes
do you-
sense, right?
What do you hope to
First
get
day.
from it though? Like, oh, nobody noticed my birthday. Ha ha ha! I'm so loved.
Nah. I'm here talking about it on a podcast, so I mean, it's a win-win
Yeah, but you
situation.
didn't know you would be talking about on the podcast. So
Bold of you to assume that.
okay, Shreyas, what about you? What do you do on your birthday?
I mean,
Yeah,
this birthday.
just a reminder. I asked you how you celebrate it. I don't know if that counts as a celebration, Darren.
My birthdays usually fall on school day. But other than that,
So
I
you don't celebrate it at all?
I don't really celebrate it. No, other than that, I don't really celebrate it.
Okay.
It's,
Cheers.
So I will say, so my birthday is on 24th of March.
Oh, so
okay?
now he wants a podcast
So-
viewers to wish him on his birthday.
No. So there's a story behind this.
I'm not gonna.
Right.
I don't think I
So
remember.
this year, I had a plan with my friends to go out to a restaurant 24th of March, right? With masks and all, COVID restrictions. But then lockdown is announced on the 23rd of March.
Ooh. That's unlucky.
Yeah. So basically, on the birthday on 24th, I just basically didn't do anything. I just slept all day. Which is the dream, but not a birthday dream.
I mean, yeah,
But-
fair enough. A peaceful birthday, yeah. The
peaceful
reason I asked is because I don't want to mention who, but now that I brought it up, they probably know who it is. So recently, I've been seeing a couple of friends, not really friends, people I know, posting on their Instagrams with like fancy ass balloon. You know how these celebrities celebrate their birthdays?
Oh right, yeah.
Like a
With the
huge
number
birthday
balloons.
bash. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the
exactly.
number
With
balloons.
1 and the 8, 1 and 9 or whatever. And there's like confetti thrown everywhere and there's like stuff hanging from the
Massive
ceiling.
ass parties. Yeah.
No, the thing is, who does that when you're like 19? Like, I don't know. Like, do you guys like surprise parties that your friends? Would you like it?
I mean, I would like it, but I wouldn't like a massive one. I mean, I don't want. And just the surprise happy birthday is fine. I don't want like a fucking streamer floating down inviting Kanye West to the party.
You open your door and there's like a guy, 20 people holding a cake and a dildo. Wait if you don't.
I don't know, man. Shreyas is unlikely to refuse that. So
No,
think
I'm
about
pretty sure I'm going to refuse a dildo. Even if I was into dildos, I am not going to accept. Just imagine opening up presents in front of your parents, right? Assuming you're still at home, and then one of them just turns out to be a massive dildo.
That'd be a nice prank. Now that you think about it, you just got pranked.
Actually,
bro.
yeah, that would be a nice prank.
Dildo in
Except-
front of your parents.
except
Haha.
I don't think anybody opens gifts in front of their parents. It's a bit weird, isn't it?
That's true, but then they're gonna find like a massive dildo anyway, eventually.
I really like.
It depends. Like,
Yeah, go ahead.
go on.
Okay, fine. The best age, like, or at least, what do you say, the optimal age to have a party like that would be like your 16th birthday, maybe, where you're not too old for it and you're not young enough that a big birthday doesn't really mean anything.
So, are you hinting that your next birthday you want people to surprise you?
Excuse me, I'm done with my 16th birthday.
What? I thought you were 15.
Nah, man.
Oh wait, yeah, okay. After we film the podcast, yeah, I
Yeah.
remember.
So I'm
Fair
done.
enough.
Oh, fantastic,
Okay.
And
fantastic.
the batch of 2004 kids have absolutely lost their chance to do any of that. Which I'm not complaining about, but I'm sure a lot of people would be really unhappy because they're like 16 was supposed to be the go-to.
I never understood the hype behind Sweet 16. Like, what's great about 16 is like in other countries, fair enough. You could get maybe a license at 16, stuff like that. But India,
No, so I think that's like the hype behind it. In other countries, you could get license. Some countries you can drink
Some countries.
legally.
Not
Yeah.
16. It's 18 everywhere. I don't think it's 16.
no, it's not. No, it's not.
No,
think-
it's 16 in some places. I think in Germany it's 16. I
What's it in
could be
UK?
wrong.
Germany, you're allowed to drink as soon as you're born. So
Germany is like 13.
Germany
or
probably.
something. I think it's 13 with adult supervision, parents or something. I'm not
what the
sure.
heck? 13?
I might be completely wrong. I don't know. I saw it in a movie. Or
I
something.
don't think it's 13.
Yeah.
But like I guess like the culture from there bled into India. So
No, but they have like the
that's why
Oktoberfest and stuff, so it's like a whole cultural thing over there.
yeah.
Not really. I don't know.
And
Yeah,
in
but
Germany, you're just
in India-
born with a fucking Jack. What's
Daniels.
Jack Daniels bottle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a bit of time to really grasp that. Anyway, I think there's a bit more to it than just Western culture. I think the hype comes from the fact that it's sort of a midpoint. Where 16
It isn't though. It isn't a midpoint. I
No.
mean, yeah, it is in terms of teenage itself, but I don't know. Why not 15?
I mean, like 16 is usually when you're like graduate out of 10th or get into 10th,
16
that
is
area.
like you're pretty darn close to 18, meaning you have most of the freedom that you'd get at 18, but not all of the responsibilities.
I don't know.
Why
I
would
don't
it?
know.
Why
What
wouldn't it
freedom
be
did you get at
17
16?
then?
Yeah, why not 17? It's very close to 18.
Maybe more
No, but then
responsibilities.
in that case, you're not 18 though. Like they're just gonna say you have one more year, just listen to us for this year, and then you're free.
Honestly,
So,
16, like most people celebrate their 16th birthday after the 10th examinations, especially in India, and that's like solely reason enough to party.
True. Maybe that's why.
Yeah.
Anyway, the reason I brought
yeah.
this up was because I found it very silly the way people like post. I don't know. It feels like people just use birthdays to post photos with their
Especially
friends and
like
stuff.
during like these times, COVID times, I think it's pretty irresponsible to like host a full-on birthday party with like when there's COVID going around.
You
You
know,
just said that you planned on celebrate going to a restaurant with your friends during COVID before the
Yeah,
lockdown.
there's like four of us and we were all gonna wear masks and stuff. Not a big party.
I mean, they could have been wearing masks as well.
Yeah, all
I
of
didn't
us
say
wear
there were
masks.
many
That's right.
people. I just said that it was very fancy and they basically went overboard with it.
honestly,
It was
let
very
them do
extra.
what they want, man. The fewer the better. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Okay. Yeah, can't really argue with that.
Yeah.
Oh, birthdays, man. Birthdays. I don't know. Birthdays. I don't
Touchy
really do
topic.
much actually. I just like it's a normal day. Like I talk to friends. Like maybe people video call or call you and just say happy birthday, man. That's pretty much it.
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
know. It's peaceful when you're at home, or like maximum just go out and like eat outside, or go chill somewhere. I
You
don't know, man.
know,
I
I've never
mean, I
been a
guess
fan of having like huge blown like full
birthdays are
on.
more of a big deal if you're younger, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Like those McDonald's birthday parties with the party
Yeah.
hats and
those
Ronald
would be
McDonald
legit.
just juggling shit. I don't know. It was fun
I
back then.
guess birthdays are also, especially in India, unless you're like mega super duper rich like Shreyas, it's like your once a year chance to like get something properly expensive, you know? Would you guys
Yeah,
think
that's
so?
true.
You
That's
could.
true.
I mean, like
I
if
don't know.
you did get something really expensive that year, they would automatically like link it to your birthday.
True. Like especially if your birthday is close to like other festivals or
Yeah.
it's pretty sad.
So in the US especially, I feel like there's like two major events where you get, expensive gifts: birthdays and Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Over here is just birthdays. I guess
Just
in some
birthdays.
families it's Diwali, but just
Diwali has
birthdays.
many sweets and shit.
Ah.
Yeah,
It's all
Diwali is
about the
mostly.
fireworks. Like buying fireworks is probably the gift in Diwali.
Oh yeah,
Anyway,
speaking of fireworks, I have one story.
of course you do.
So
Anecdote
Go on.
time.
no, anecdote. Yeah.
Story
So
time.
this was like a really long time back, like maybe 6 or 7 years ago. But so we were celebrating Diwali, okay, and the some guy lit a rocket, okay, and that rocket just flew straight into someone's bedroom.
What?
And the worst part, the balcony door wasn't even closed. It flew straight inside the bedroom and just fucking like exploded on their bed or something. And there was a
Oh wait.
fire there.
Oh my god. And
Yeah.
how did that end?
I mean, I guess they put out the fire and it ended nicely
I
only.
mean,
And,
hopefully.
I thought
and there's nothing like bad happened.
anticlimactic. I thought that I don't know they'd be evacuated in like the
Oh,
whole
evacuations
thing.
happened, obviously. There's a fire, evacuation gonna happen, but it wasn't a major thing.
It wasn't a
So I just
major
want
thing, burning down the entire house.
the house wasn't burned
It
down.
wasn't
Only the
major for
bed
you
was
because you could
burned.
buy a new one.
Yeah.
Some people
Look,
put some
only the
money
bed
towards
was
it.
burned down.
Imagine what the guy inside must have been feeling. Like if there was a guy inside. Yo.
Yeah, were there people inside?
I don't remember
Yeah, he
that.
wouldn't know. He
Guy
wouldn't
was
know. He just knows
probably
that a rocket flew in.
chilling. Probably chilling, like watching KSI or something, and then all
Just
of a
rolling
sudden this.
KSI of all people.
sparklers, Just chilling. Yay, Diwali!
Then boom, his fucking bedroom's on fire.
Hmm.
Right,
Festivals.
so that was my anecdote.
It's a pretty lit
Festivals.
anecdote.
Yeah, no pun intended.
Lit, yeah.
Anyway, you want to go to submission?
Alright.
I think we
Right
spent
into it.
a
Yeah.
lot of time talking about birthdays and festivals.
You know what? Fair enough.
Okay. So, we've got some pretty decent ones. I'm pretty sure Shreyas sent in one. Someone said,
I did
"How
not
did you
send
start
in
writing
any.
songs?" Shreyas, and what music?
An understatement.
Wait, did someone actually send that in?
Oh yeah, someone. Shreyas.
What?
I
Someone.
didn't send any submissions in. I don't even know how to send submissions. Honestly.
Oh yeah, you don't.
You never gave me access to submissions.
You don't need to have
You
access.
say you did.
Send in
Everybody has
submissions.
access to submissions, man. What you on about though?
No. Anyway, the point is, I did not send in any submissions.
All right. So
So
how did you
what's
start
the
making
thing?
music? I brought it up now. You can't just leave it unanswered. Just
Right,
quickly though,
fine.
please.
Yeah, I'm gonna make it quick because yeah. So I just started writing songs. Man. There's
He's
nothing
got
much
the
about it.
promotion he wanted. No, go with the answer you prepared for this episode.
I did not prepare any answers.
Nah, man. That's really sketchy.
I did not send this in. I did not prepare
It
any answer.
says-
Nothing.
It says, "How did you start writing songs?" Brackets Shreyas, and he has. And what music do you guys listen to play it off like he didn't send it?
Actually, that is a good. What music do you guys listen to? Let's leave the song. Let's
He's
leave
going-
the song.
He's going with the same strategy he used for sending it in,
Diversion.
emphasizing the second part. Yeah,
Diversion.
You guys are the ones staying on that topic.
go on,
I
go
didn't
on.
send anything in.
there's nothing
I
wrong
didn't
with
say
it.
anything in.
I just want you to accept it.
I'm not accepting. I didn't send anything in.
Right, fine, cool.
I just like one day I decided I want to make music, and I started making music. That's all. There's a whole thing behind it, but this is not the episode for it.
Yeah, sure. His notepad under his camera says it differently. Anyway,
Yeah, fucking hell.
let's go on to the next.
Let's move on. Let's move on to the next submission.
Yeah, sure. Okay, fine. What are your thoughts on the free the nipple movement?
Bruh, I think we completely missed the second part of the earlier submission.
I think we've spoken about it in the past without Shreyas, but okay, Shreyas, what music do you listen to? Me and Menon have already spoken about like what we don't like.
I don't really have any specific genre. I just
Shreyas
listen to
listens
whatever I
his
find
own
catchy.
music.
His own music. I was gonna say that.
I have one song out, man.
Go check it out
I
in
think I'm
the
just gonna
description,
put that on
guys.
repeat and listen.
I mean,
Check it out in the
Not
description.
under the realm of
I have
possibility.
one song out. I'm not gonna like put it on repeat and play it every day.
all right. What do you listen to then?
Sounds like something you do, man.
And mostly rap, and then artists like Jeremy Zucker and Eden.
Okay,
But yeah, that's it.
it's a fair choice. Some
You don't listen to Rahul Harikuma and his guitar covers? It's lame, man.
Oh yeah, you should, man. How do
Put
you
them
know?
up on Spotify and listen. Put them up on Spotify. I'll probably listen to them.
Can't compete with you, Shreyas. I don't want to become your rival. I wouldn't win.
No, it's cool, man. We can collab sometime.
All right. Okay, so the next one. Okay,
Yes.
how about this one? What are your thoughts on the free the nipple movement? So you guys know what it is, obviously.
I don't know all about it. All I know is it's just women feeding the nipple.
He knows everything about it.
What else is there to know about it? Like, oh, it came out in 2004.
No, like why do they want to free the nipple all of a sudden? I don't
No
know.
pun
No,
intended.
it isn't all of a sudden. It isn't all of a sudden. It's been there for a while now. I remember when I was very young and was on Instagram. Like, I didn't like Instagram. I was a very innocent dude. I was like, I was scared to go on Instagram because of it. Like, oh, free the nipple! Oh my god. So
Yeah, so I don't really have any opinions on it because I barely know anything about it.
what would you do if there was a free the dick movement? Would that be okay with society?
That would
I mean, we did have
Yeah,
this
I
out
don't
for
think-
Harambe. We did have
But
dicks
Yeah,
out
but-
people
going
actually
around.
post
Yeah,
pictures with the dicks out.
But did
It was just
people
a
actually
hashtag.
have their dicks out though? That's the question.
Exactly.
If you didn't, you're not an OG, man. I don't care what you say.
Look, maybe we had our dicks out, but it was in private. I would say.
It is not on Instagram. That's what.
Yeah,
That's the
not
whole
on
point.
Instagram. Yeah, I don't think society would, tolerate free the dick movement very well.
Forget society. Instagram wouldn't tolerate that. You'd be off in seconds.
Free the nipple movement is like what they want to walk around without shirts or with shirts, or what's the premise there?
Without. Okay, no. Basically it's a hashtag that came up and people were just posting like topless photos on Instagram. That was the
I'm
movement.
all-
Free the nipple.
Oh, I'm all for it, man. Free the nipple all you want.
Honestly,
Yeah.
some people are making money off it by putting it on OnlyFans. Why would you do it for free on Instagram?
Okay, no, that's not. Let's talk about this. That's not the point. Would it be okay if it was the other way around? Like, sure, they
would
want
not
to
be
do it.
okay.
All right.
It would not be okay. Society, Instagram, they would cancel. Yeah, I don't know if cancel is the right word, but
I
it would
don't know what
be deemed as
cancel. You would
sexist
be,
and all that shit.
yeah, you'd be a sex offender. You'd be a registered sex offender.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, look, think about it. Like I said, when I was a kid, this came up, right?
Yeah?
Think about how many kids are going on Instagram and accidentally clicking on it.
Accidentally.
Well, not many accidentally, fair enough. Not many accidentally. But there probably is some little Jimmy out there clicking on Free the Nipple movement and then just seeing obscene things that he shouldn't be seeing.
You know
Look,
what?
if
Fair
you're gonna-
point.
If you're gonna allow nudity on Instagram, you either allow all of it or just don't allow it at all. I don't think there's it's all or nothing. I think for me.
I mean, nobody's asking them not to do it on like maybe like adult websites. Why on
Adult
Instagram?
websites are fine.
You know, what's
See, that's the thing.
Instagram's age rating? What is it, like 13 plus, 18 plus, something like that, right? It's 13 plus.
13
I guess.
plus.
Yeah,
I
it's obviously
think.
13 plus, yeah.
Yeah, if it's 13 plus, Instagram honestly shouldn't be allowing nudity.
Wait, wasn't Facebook 18 plus? That would be fair.
Facebook was 16, I guess.
Was it?
I think it
Facebook
was
was
16.
16.
I guess.
I remember setting my age to like 1941
Honestly, I don't.
in my year of birth.
I don't remember all that because I've never
1941.
done it.
Oh yeah.
And plus, who uses Facebook anymore?
No, I mean back when you did it.
Facebook, I would say, is 18 plus nowadays because nobody below 18 uses it.
That's like 40 plus then.
Yeah,
That
exactly.
case.
40.
Facebook used to be pretty cool at one point, man. What happened to those days?
Facebook turned into Instagram.
No, like Facebook. The age of Facebook was one of the best ages, I think. Back when Farmville was a thing and like Coasterville, Yoville, basically any Ville, the Ville. I don't know. It's fun. Like, what is the game again? Plants vs Zombies.
Yeah,
Is that on Facebook as well?
It was on Facebook, but it wasn't strictly on.
It was not a Facebook game. Yeah, it wasn't a
Yeah, yeah,
Facebook game. Anyway, but yeah.
Facebook games were the golden days, man. There's like a Counter-Strike ripoff that I used to play all the time.
On Facebook.
What?
Shadow Fight.
Huh?
People used to be very hyped about Shadow Fight.
Oh, Shadow Fight.
Shadow Fight.
I know
Shadow
people who
Fight
still
2.
play Shadow Fight.
Yeah, that would include me.
Shadow Fight 2, Shadow Fight 3.
Shadow Fight.
Shadow Fight 3 is not as
Ah,
good.
it sucks. It's so bad.
You never make the third one. It's one thing I've learned from the Spider-Man trilogy and basically any trilogy that
except
exists.
Sharknado. I mean, what you want? about
Sharknado.
Sharknado is like 27 movies, man.
it? It gets better. It ages like wine.
What if there were sharks in a tornado, but more tornadoes?
And more sharks.
What if there were alien sharks?
What if there were 27 movies about alien sharks and more tornadoes and more sharks?
And there we are. There we settle it.
That's how it is. That's how it is. But I have an unpopular opinion, though. I think Spider-Man 3 is...
Is actually good?
Yeah.
Yes, I agree. I don't know why it's unpopular in the first place, but it is.
It's pretty
No,
good.
I think it's just our nostalgia talking. I don't think the movie was actually that
Yeah,
great.
it's not objectively great.
Except,
Look, I think
you remember
like-
the cringe
think-
scene where he dances, like on the street?
No, I think that was fucking fantastic.
No, exactly. That's what I was gonna
Because
say.
it was
It was cringe.
it was
though.
meant to be cringe.
Yeah.
It was like
It was
a
meant to be cringe. That's why.
slow degrade of his sanity, you know? It was pretty sad to watch.
Uh,
I don't know, man. Spider-Man
It's-
4 should have come out. I don't know. That's probably why.
You know, that dancing scene was a reflection of society and its downfall. You know, about how they don't allow dicks on Instagram.
What is the premise of Free the Nipple?
You know, free the
What is it
nipple.
for?
I guess free the nipple is kind of, sort of, I don't even know, excused, because it's not really free the vagina movement, is it, for us to compare it with free the dick movement?
Yeah, but we don't have
That's true.
breasts.
I
We
know,
don't
but
have any
we do have nipples.
any-
Okay, that's not the point. Look, the point is it's not normalized for them, right? They want to make it normal, but then most people don't at the same time. So it just select people who just want to free the nipple for some reason, which I don't get. Like if they're saying, okay, we just want to free this part, we should be able to say we want to free this part, which is I don't, it's very weird. I don't understand that, but like ethically, it should be this. It should be a balance.
I don't know. I guess, see, if you're talking about free the nipple under a shirt like guys do, all for it. I mean, be my guest. But see, there are, like, assume it in the case of a beach where guys walk around topless. There are topless beaches, right? Am I not? Am I wrong?
Yeah, but
you're
on
right,
those
you're right.
beaches, women are also not restricted.
Yeah, exactly. Almost topless beaches, women are not restricted either. So, I mean,
Yeah.
free the nipple there,
There's
I
no-
guess.
No, I can maybe like free the nipple movement is, in some places, men can walk shirtless on the streets.
Can you though?
But
You can't. That's illegal.
It's
Look,
illegal, isn't it?
basically, don't go topless on a website with 6-year-olds, on an app with 6-year-olds. That's all.
Regardless
That's
of
all we're
whether you're a
saying.
guy or not.
Yeah, it's just weird, and that is very. I don't know. It's very suspect. You shouldn't be doing that. It's weird. You are a sex offender if you do that.
I don't know. You know what?
Yeah.
Depending on the context, free the nipple, man. I don't care.
What context though?
I don't understand. Is it for
In
comfort?
what context? No,
no,
obviously
I mean,
not.
I guess like if you're saying free the nipple as in desexualized titties, then go for it. I guess I don't know, but free the nipple.
But end of the
No,
day, I
just
mean, guys will always be like tits. Like it's always gonna end.
tits.
Yeah, it's. I don't think that that image will take a long time to change, even if it does change.
It's gonna take like generations to change,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, so as of now, it's normalized. So just don't change what stuff for the worse. Yeah, I
Rahul
think
Harikumar gets cancelled on the next episode of Controversial Conversation. Join us then.
why would I get cancelled for not endorsing sex offenders? I don't get it.
This is why.
Yeah, Rahul Harikumar gets even more cancelled.
Double
Oh,
cancelled.
You guys are
Double
you guys are
cancelled.
pedophiles.
How?
Wait, there's free the nipple people under 18?
Probably.
How? Oh my! I don't think there was a guess.
Yeah, I think that's like.
I don't think there was
I think
a
that's
guess.
a case.
Rahul Harikumar, was there a
Yeah.
guess?
I didn't even guess. I said probably. I didn't say yes. I didn't even say no. I just said probably.
All right, man. All
Alright,
right.
so let's move on to the next submission then. I mean, I think we've
Alright,
exhausted the free the nipple movement. I think we freed all our nipples.
Okay. Fine. There's a question here. How are you so confident? It doesn't specify who, so I'm assuming it's all three of us.
Confident as in.
Or were you confident? Are you just on the podcast probably because that's probably the only place they've seen us. Probably.
How are we not stuttering and doing and sweating bricks? I guess.
I am sweating, but not sweating bricks. That's just because I don't have the fan switched on.
Probably just how. What is that sound?
I swear, this Jeremy silly guy.
What are you doing?
I like
Oh
to
my
fidget
God,
with
come on.
stuff.
It's a podcast. The audio is the one thing that matters, and you screw us over for a
Alright,
joke.
fine. I'll fidget with something else.
Oh
Alright.
my God. Anyway, I was gonna say maybe they just mean how we have the confidence to be on a podcast with our video and audio in it. That's probably it. Or maybe just the way we speak. I don't know. Whatever
I
they
think
find.
maybe the way we speak.
Yeah, probably.
Let's just address all aspects of it.
Cool. So let's ask Shreyas this. Do you have any, I don't know, tips on how to be confident or how to seem confident at least?
I think like the reason I'm so confident here on this podcast specifically is because right now I'm not talking to a live audience. It's just me and a couple of friends, so I can fuck around as much as I want.
That makes sense.
On a live audience, it'll be much more different. I'd be like much more formal. I'd probably stutter a lot.
And you'd have to watch what you say because you never know what
Yeah,
might slip out
exactly.
accidentally.
Like we can't have the free the nipple talk on a live audience. I can't say
You could,
titties.
but the response would be, yeah,
Yeah, I could, but I can't use the word titties.
I don't know. Yeah, it's pretty,
Grotesque.
yeah.
Grotesque. Grotesque.
But like,
But
have you
yeah.
ever not felt like filming the podcast, for example, maybe 1 week, but you just came on and then maybe you got in the groove after you started?
I
Has that happened?
mean, there have been some days like that, but it's mostly like a me kind of thing. I always don't like, I don't know how to explain it properly. But like, I always feel like backing out just before something happens.
The second thoughts thing, yeah, I
So,
think that happens to a lot of
yeah.
people.
So, like, it's not just, speaking or anything like that. It could be for the completely random things. Like, if I want to go out with friends, the
Yeah,
last moment I could think about backing out.
you never used to play snooker with us.
Oh no, that was because I wanted to like play Siege at my hostel or some shit like that.
But like, what's that got to do
24/7.
with confidence, guys? What's the?
No, he's having second thoughts to come on the podcast, so
Oh, like
maybe
that.
it's a confidence issue.
No, so it's never really a confidence thing. I guess it's just like a kind of gnawing thing at my brain, just saying don't do it, don't do it. I almost backed out of the podcast this week, like
That's because
not
the
because of
dog was
the
getting
confidence thing. That was because of a completely different issue. But it's just an example.
What about you, Meno?
So
Honestly,
yeah.
confidence is absolute bullshit because I remember like last week I had to go on like this debate with a live audience, as Shreyas said, and when it came to my turn, honestly, my head was almost spinning. Yeah, it's pretty damn scary speaking to a live audience. Whereas at
How many
12:20,
how many people were there?
I don't know, maybe 50 odd people would have been watching it at the time, and
50. Oh.
yeah, who knew your school was that popular, man? Uh, and it
Oh, yeah,
was,
the debate was at
And
my
fans
school,
too.
right?
yeah, it was, and honestly, at that moment when it came, because I had to do it on the spot, and that's even scarier. And you know what makes a podcast so much less daunting is the fact that really nobody could give a damn what you say. Nobody could give a damn about what you say.
Exactly.
And not only that, at 12:20, then talking to a webcam, it's not really that scary. You should try it out for yourself.
So I will say though that if I'm showing the podcast to somebody else, I do get a bit nervous.
Yeah, exactly.
Like for example, if I show it to my dad.
Yeah, one second. We spoke with your dad in the podcast. We said something about him.
I
Did
don't,
he react to that?
I don't think he's watched those episodes.
He probably shouldn't.
Yeah,
I
he
don't remember
probably
what we
should. He
said.
probably shouldn't watch this one.
I don't remember what he said. I mean, what we said about him, but anyway.
I don't think he said anything about him. He just said that I'm a
Digress.
cuck a lot of times.
Oh yeah, we called his son a cuck in front of him. Nice. That's better. Yeah. He definitely shouldn't
It's
watch
not as
that.
bad as like directly insulting his dad, so it's fine. I mean,
You never know, man. Dads can be pretty
sensitive
protective
about
of
their
the
children
sons.
being.
So let's not go into that territory. Let's not insult my dad.
I think it's more
No.
him discovering that his son's a cuck rather than us calling his son a cuck.
Ah, yeah. All right. Yeah, sure.
It's a very sensitive topic for sure. So
Look, I have said this before. I'll say it again. I'm not a cuck.
that's what all cocks say,
That is
man.
all.
I don't know, but that's what all.
I don't think all cucks say that.
Cuck?
I guess he is back.
All right.
He's back.
So we just carry on then.
So somebody has to make an illustration of him now.
Oh shit! No, I don't think there's already an illustration of me. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Where do we stop? Where do we stop? This is
Dude,
really awkward.
dude.
Cock.
Did the recording stop?
No, just continue. Don't worry about it.
Anyway. So okay. So Menon does feel nervous sometimes. Shreyas, I don't remember what he said, but it's too
I don't
late
feel
to
nervous.
thinking about
I
that.
don't feel nervous.
Yeah.
Like over here. I feel nervous in front of a live audience.
That's fair.
So what about you,
I
Rahul?
think, yeah, for me, I don't know. I think I'm pretty confident, but the thing is, it changes depending on the scenario. Like you guys said, the live audience thing. But I think for me, it's the opposite. I think I do better in front of a live audience. Like when you know how people are responding to you, it's easier to. I don't know. Basically, I can't do like memorized speeches. I prefer just talking to people normally.
But
So maybe that's why the podcast.
Don't we feel like a fear? So like, let's say you're giving TED talk, for example. I don't think you ever will, but let's say you are,
I could.
and like you said, you what's it? You like to judge people's reactions live.
No, I don't mean judge. Like, okay, look, say you're doing stand up and a joke doesn't sit well. Okay, so you could just improvise on the spot and say, okay, these jokes probably won't go well with this audience. So you know how they're gonna
Yeah, but
react to
doesn't
it.
it like
I think
doesn't
that,
it kind of like hit your confidence when it doesn't go well?
No, I think it adds to the whole. It gives you more stuff to go on about. If it's a memorized speech, you've memorized it. If that doesn't work, nothing works. But if you're speaking on your own, you can always make changes. It's more natural.
But I think a large part of that comes down to what your strengths are. I mean, if you're catering to your strengths while speaking, like if Rahul is talking about football, for example, sure. But then in the case of like, if you're talking to a group of people for a reason that you have absolutely no knowledge,
No idea about. Yeah.
that would be pretty scary.
Yeah, I guess that would be my answer to them. So maybe the reason we're so confident in this is because it's pretty easy for us since we're just talking as friends. There's nothing else. We're not talking. We're not getting political. We're not talking about like stuff which you need extensive research for. You just banter. That
One of the worst
basically
things
all it
we
is.
talk about are like still kind of minor, like free the nipple. Still, it's kind of a minor thing to talk about.
It's kind
It's
of
not
minor.
major.
Just freeing the nipples in front of 6-year-olds.
Lot of
Yeah,
lot of
just-
puns here today, man. This guy. Minor things.
Minor. Yeah.
It all like loops back to pedophilia.
You say that every
Oh
episode.
my
I'm
God,
telling
I
you
didn't
all.
what on earth?
No.
How does it not? How did it not loop back here? Look at
Listen
this.
to
Look
me,
at this.
listen
We
to
literally
me.
talk about 6-year-olds nipples.
Somewhere down the line, we're going to get
What?
monetized. We're going to be eligible for monetization, and 50% of
that
videos are not going to be monetized. I'm telling you now.
50% is optimistic as all hell.
I know we've had pedophilia
Alright, so-
every single
Every
episode.
No more pedophilia topics from now on. I mean, no more pedophilia mentions from now on.
I was just waiting
How
for
about
him to
that?
say no more pedophilia from now on, and that would have been.
Oh my god! Oh, that would have been the end of the podcast. The end. 12 episodes and we're done.
Next episode, we all get cancelled.
But
There
Rahul
won't
gets
be next
double
episode.
cancelled.
Rahul gets double cancelled.
I'm not getting cancelled.
Anyway,
come on.
let's move on to the next submission, yeah?
Yeah, let's move on to the next submission.
All right. Next submission. Okay, I'm gonna let you guys pick. Do you want a deep and thought-provoking one, which could be interesting to talk about, or do you want another one related to?
Free the nipple?
Now let's not go. No, I'm not gonna bring it up in this episode as well. We already did. So, okay, how about this one? Do you ever just look at yourself and feel like you don't really exist?
What on earth?
I think I know what they're talking about.
Oh,
Like, have you guys?
yeah. If you look into a mirror for long enough.
Yeah, exactly. If you look into a mirror for long enough, you just start. It's. I don't know. It's a weird feeling. Like you just feel yourself slipping out.
It's like,
and
man, how is
You don't know
this
what you're
real?
looking at.
Yeah, how is this
Exactly.
real? Is
Like
this
you don't
me?
feel like you're in that body. You think it's just an empty body, and you're looking at it from
Okay,
somewhere
yeah.
else.
Now I get it. Now I get what you guys are talking about. Yeah, so like you just look in a mirror, and like after a while, if you just stare at yourself in the mirror, after a while, it just like kind of dissociate.
Yeah.
That's what it's called. That's what it's called. It's called the depersonalization. I think it's a dissociation thing. Like I don't know the exact term. Let me
You
look it
know,
up.
honestly,
But
I
go
think
on,
you
go
can
on.
avoid it if you look at yourself for long enough on a regular basis. Like, you
I don't
understand what
think
I'm
you
saying?
would. I don't think
No.
that. I don't think that changes it.
No, the feeling is mostly rooted in the fact that you don't see yourself enough, right? Other than in the mirror for maybe like 10, 20 seconds a day.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
don't see yourself enough. You've always looked
But
at your whole life from a first person perspective, right? And then all of a sudden, when you see yourself, it's like, what is me?
I don't know. When I was very young, I remember I had this specific thought. It's still there in my head. So I used to look at everyone else, okay, and like I used to notice like their facial structures and every feature that they have, like their faces in general. And when I used to look at, I don't know, I had like I have probably I don't know if it's changed much, but I had this very ovalish face. I think.
I still have it, don't worry about it.
No, I'm just saying,
Yeah,
like in
exactly.
general, I used to think that my face was like a default me kind of face, like a Nintendo Wii character. I used to think there's no features on it. And now, like as the years have gone by, I realize that's not really true. Like I do have some distinct features. So I think it's similar. Like you don't really recognize what's in the mirror.
There's like I was reading, a couple of months back. There's a branch of philosophy kind of related to this. It's actually the complete opposite of this. But you know,
Hmm.
so we're talking about how you don't exist, right?
Yeah.
There's a branch of philosophy called solipsism or something like that.
Okay.
It's basically like nobody exists except you.
Oh
Everybody
yeah.
around you is a figment of your imagination.
Ooh, imagination. We've spoken about the whole simulation thing, and everyone else is a simulation. But imagination, that's some. Wait, how does
Like
that play
you,
out? Because you can touch things, you can touch
no, so
people
that's what. So
appropriately.
this whole thing is like a trick by your brain. You touch something, it's just something made up by your brain. So, like for example, this bottle, I'm touching it, but it's actually a figment of my imagination. That's the kind of thing. So like, I'm talking to you guys right now, but you guys actually don't exist. You guys are figments of my imagination.
Oh no,
That
I'm
kind of thing.
vanishing. I'm vanishing as you speak.
I don't want to be a figment of Shreyas's imagination, man. But anything else would have been fine.
Anything else, yeah.
And these figments of my imagination shit talk me a lot.
Have you guys ever watched Harry and the Bucket Full of Dinosaurs?
What the heck?
Harry in the bucket full of dinosaurs.
It was a
What?
cartoon. It was a cartoon. And if you watch it,
My
so he
man
jumps in a
is.
bucket and there's a whole world of dinosaurs. I don't know, imaginary shit. Pretty fun.
Honestly,
Uh,
sometimes sometimes Rahul puzzles me, man.
I like how you just automatically defaulted to Shreyas. I just
you
puzzle
also
you all
puzzle
the
us. You
time.
also puzzle us. But yeah, it's pretty strange when how the mind works. What if? Okay, so you say that everyone's figment of your imagination. So is there anything that's real?
That's it. Nothing is real. You just you.
So how are you real then? Because there's nothing else to. What do you? How do you define real?
Real is like, so one guy, I forgot his name.
Who is a figment of
Uh,
your imagination though?
he was a figment of my imagination, yeah, but he said, I think, therefore I am. So, I think, therefore I'm real.
Jesus
But see, the
Christ.
thing is, my brain is hurting a lot, and yeah, that's pretty much it. There's a lot of deep stuff we could go into this whole topic, man. But that's basically what solipsism is. Yeah.
So
You
If
I
there's
have
think
no,
that everybody. Yeah, go on.
I have a question here. So assuming everything else is a figment of your imagination,
Yeah.
why does your imagination have so many limitations?
That's a
good
good
point.
question, actually. Yeah, that's a good question.
Maybe you can't control what you imagine.
Exactly, but your imagination would hopefully work to your own
But in
benefit,
that
right?
case, that would just be reality. Because there's if you can't change anything, how is it imagination? You
Not
just
only that,
it's there.
it should cater to you, right? End of the day, it's your imagination,
Yeah, if it is imagination, it should. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
literally nothing caters to anyone on this planet. So
So, deep thoughts. But I will say
We're
though,
not high. We're not high. If you
we're
guys are
not high.
wondering,
We're not high.
none of us do drugs. None of us are high.
I think,
I was,
therefore I am.
that's the thing.
Hilarious.
That was so
Yam.
funny.
But,
Yam is pretty funny, man.
Uh,
I don't know, man.
Pretty imaginary as well.
one of us is high at least.
It's most likely you.
Yeah, it's
We put
me.
it up.
It's me.
Anyway, so about back to the original thing. When you look in the mirror and you feel
No, one thing I will say though, like about this whole thing, the final thing. There's a subreddit dedicated to this.
there always is.
Right. So yeah, but the thing is, it's not like a proper discussion subreddit. It's like a joke subreddit. So everybody in that subreddit just pretends like they're
acts
talking
like-
to themselves.
Oh my god, that's pretty interesting actually. What's it called?
Solipsism, literally called r/solipsism.
All right, it's pretty cool.
There's an r/no sleep, and it's
Oh yeah, I
supposed to
follow
be
us.
for it's supposed to be for creepy stories, but then they go crazy in there. They just try
It's
to
pretty
make
cool
it,
though.
no, they try to make it as wacky as possible on purpose.
Oh yeah, but there are good ones as well.
There are good ones, but like
I read a
few and
lot of
far
them.
between.
Yeah.
Alright, so let's go back to the original thing. What is the thing?
So you look in the mirror and you
Dissociation.
don't. I'm pretty sure that is a scientifically proven. There's reason behind it. I don't know what it is, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But that is what
You
you
know,
call
essentially-
dissociation, right? Like disconnecting from your
I
thoughts
think-
and feelings.
I think so. That's what dissociation is. So like for the longest time when I was very young, when I used to look in the mirror, I did not think I was looking at myself. I know there was just some guy standing
Oh.
where I am.
I don't know why that's creepy for some reason because it makes me think of paranormal shit when we're talking about something entirely different.
You know, I've had enough.
We're going back to paranormal again.
Had enough
We're
of
going back
it,
to
man.
paranormal. But essentially, yeah.
But how do
that's
you
how
not
it-
look? Even if you were young, he's doing the exact same things as you. How do you think it's somebody else?
No, so like that's what. So eventually, I figured it out. I realized, and
Yeah.
it's like not really realized, but like it's like I always knew.
But there was
that,
this lingering thought in your head saying, "What if it was somebody else, and not me?"
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So it's like I used to think that the guy standing in the mirror, at my position, is not actually me. I'm just floating around because it did kind of feel like I was floating around.
You know how the bathroom mirrors fog up after you shower?
Yeah, yeah.
What if after you shower you just come back and it's fogged up, but there's writing in the mirror saying "Let me out"?
Let's not go into that
Honestly,
territory
that
now.
feels like something I'd hear in 6th grade, man. Raul, you dropped. Your standards have dropped.
Come on, it's pretty creepy though. Have you watched the movie
Bloody Mary
Mirrors?
Have you heard the term having a bath in cold water?
Yeah, but I specifically said coming out of the shower with a fogged up mirror. It wouldn't fog up then.
What if you're having a shower in cold water all the time? Then your soul never gets peace or what?
You could, you just wouldn't see it. Then there's no issue.
As I think we've kind of almost certainly figured out a way to make sure your soul never escapes your body.
Just take a bath in cold water. That's it.
Revelation.
Cold showers. They were right all along.
Yeah.
It
That's
the
how
thing.
that's. And if you want to exercise like somebody, just make them take a bath in hot water. That's it.
I
Right.
think
So
surprisingly, this is the first episode we filmed with like 5 submissions to go off of. That's it. That's actually it.
that's it. There's no
Oh,
more
yeah,
submission.
okay, there's one more. There's one more.
You've got to
If
be
you
kidding
could,
me.
if you could, would you overturn the Indian government's ban on porn?
I mean,
First of all,
I would-
doesn't matter? Does
it
matter
doesn't
to
matter
anybody?
exactly. It's just
Like,
Honestly,
download
people
it,
actually
click
being
VPN
stopped.
and-
The more obstacles you place, the more diversions people are gonna take. So
Exactly. And like plus like a majority of the porn sites aren't even banned anyway. Just the major ones like Pornhub and all.
come on.
But even
man.
those, there's
Jesus
probably ways to
Christ.
access it.
Definitely never getting monetized.
That's not. You can still get monetized for that, surely.
I don't think so.
I mean,
You could get
even if
Definitely
that's
a lot of reproduction sites that are not being
you don't even
banned.
reproduce. That's like the opposite of a reproduction site.
Fake reproduction.
Just give up.
quasi reproduction.
Quasi
Oh my God.
reproduction.
Oh,
You know, honestly, YouTube demonetization is very puzzling. I remember one guy got demonetized for saying the word army.
what?
Yep.
I mean, what country is the dude from? You never know. It could be like I don't even know. What, Korea? Probably.
Dude was a video essay maker. Like he was making video essays and he said
Oh.
army.
People get demonetized for saying coronavirus. People get demonetized for swearing.
People get striked for swearing. The whole channel gets striked. I don't know. I think
that's
like-
if you go ahead and yes, it's made for kids, and then you swear, they're definitely gonna strike you.
that's reasonable.
No,
as
but
well.
like even then,
No, I think
then,
the rule is
not even then.
you don't swear for the first few
There are a lot
minutes,
of
and after that you're good. You can. I've read the terms, so that's what it says.
but then there's like a lot of channels where there's a bunch of swearing, and it's definitely not for kids,
Yeah,
and
they get banned.
you get demonetized.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know. It's strange. YouTube does that sometimes.
It's weird. But maybe you shouldn't be talking about this because we want them to monetize us. So YouTube, keep doing what you're doing. I support you.
Desperation.
You know what? Honestly, man, for the amount of effort we put into these videos, I think we deserve more submissions. Honestly, what's the audience even doing?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
to be fair, I can't really
honestly.
complain because they've been giving us a lot, way more than expected. But this episode, yeah, it's dropped a little bit. Maybe it's a one-time thing.
This
Maybe.
episode,
Maybe.
Please send in
wait,
more.
so there's no other submissions at all?
Oh no, that's it. That's
Ah,
actually
but-
it. Plus Shreyas sent one in himself, so
So
it's one
that's
less.
a
I did
minus one.
not send that over myself. I will say though, that person who sent that in, DM me on Instagram. I will tell you.
Yeah, you
because
can
I'm
DM
not gonna tell
yourself. You
Pretty
can.
desperate there, though.
You cannot DM us.
Hey, I think 51 minutes is a great place to stop. What do you think?
I think so as well. I think there's nothing more to say since these guys have really hung us
Ah.
dry.
Bottlenecked us this time
Maybe-
around.
Maybe like we could go for a previous episode submission that we haven't tackled,
That's a good idea, but okay.
I
like a
don't-
small one.
Yeah,
Look,
sure.
Small one.
see, look, I'll tell you one thing. All the ones we haven't covered, I've covered because I haven't covered because they're pretty boring. So look at this one. Elevator music is annoying as fuck. That's one of the submissions.
Look,
How
there's
long are you gonna
literally-
speak about?
That's literally the wrongest idea of all time. Have you heard elevator music? It literally calms you down in an elevator, a moving block.
Yeah,
of
exactly.
death.
It's soothing as hell.
I swear, these guys.
Plus, like,
The guy probably listens to like
where do you
what,
hear
Cardi
elevator music
B or
on
something.
regular? Where it
Maybe, yeah,
annoys you enough?
maybe he was in the elevator and they just chose WAP or
Yeah,
something like that in
He
the
probably
elevator.
listens to Cardi B or something. And that's why he
But
has such
yeah,
an
I
opinion.
doubt that. I doubt that. It's very unlikely, especially in India. I don't know, man. When
No,
I
but,
go to
like-
elevators, it's usually Silent Night or I don't know, usually Christmas
do they
carols or
use
something.
Some Kenny G song,
Where
man.
do
It's
they
definitely
usually play
on
elevator music? Like, in which places do they play elevator music?
hotel
Hotels?
lobbies.
Elevators.
Yeah, hotel lobbies.
No, apartment lifts have it as well. Any like office, normal apartments,
I think
anything which has elevators actually.
I think
malls,
Otis elevators have them built in, so you could like toggle it.
maybe.
Like our elevators don't have anything. It's just a big metal box.
You
Of
have an
death.
elevator in your own
Sometimes-
mansion.
Yeah.
Not one.
Sometimes I can hear it creaking. So I guess that's elevator music.
See,
Nobody believes this. Nobody
Yeah,
believes that you have.
creaking.
No,
creaking elevator.
seriously.
you probably like needed
I
like
don't
you
know.
probably needed
I
to
don't
buy
know why
No, no, no.
speakers.
I'm
Menon,
rich started.
He expected
There's
us to say, "Oh my God, your lift's creaking. You're poor, bro." But we're not that rich. We
Yeah.
don't think of that as an issue. That's
Look,
pretty normal for
You
us.
see, you probably had to buy like speakers to mimic the sound of creaking, so it at least seems like you're down to earth. But
How did this idea even start that I'm rich?
You got a lot of money,
yeah,
spent it on golf.
it's not really an
That's how it
idea,
started.
is it?
I did not spend. Literally, the only thing that started this is that my dad plays golf.
He's
And
rubbing it
does.
in our faces. What the heck? What are you doing?
What's that? I mean, I don't even play golf myself.
I bet your dad is watching the podcast and he knows.
He's like, oh man, let me write this check out to keep his mouth shut for next
You
episode.
guys are probably richer. You guys are
Yes,
probably
yes.
richer than I am, honestly.
No, we are definitely not.
Rahul,
don't
you
think
went to the fucking US, right?
I didn't go to US. I grew up there. That doesn't make you
Look
rich.
at that.
Exactly.
Look at that. You've been to there. You've been there like once. Shreyas goes there like on a daily basis.
I have never been
Exactly.
to the US in my life.
See, technically, I've lived in another country once. The period of time doesn't matter. I've lived there only once. I've gone there only once. But
US
you've probably
is
toured.
more
You've probably gone on a
expensive
world tour.
here
This
than India.
this is what a lack of submissions does to us. It turns us into
I know,
turns
right?
us into beasts.
Those are monsters.
Uh,
I
And I think-
that-
I think it's best to just wrap it up while we're still fresh.
yeah, I think this is a good
Just
place to
rambling on about Shreyas being rich. 'cause we
Fantastic
already
time
know
to
that.
sleep as well.
Rahul.
I know. Chelsea is playing right now, so I'm gonna go get to that as well.
Fantastic. So guys, have a blast. Sleep well. Subscribe.
Yes,
Listen to
I was
us
gonna
on
ask you to tell them to
Spotify.
subscribe.
Don't listen to us on Spotify. Listen twice on YouTube. I mean, how does it matter?
Do us a favor and share, for God's sake. Please share the video.
Yeah,
We're-
share.
We're
share this
drowning.
video.
We don't have views. We don't have likes. We've lost all our.
We don't
subs.
have submissions.
To be absolutely
something-
clear, we couldn't actually care less. But the truth is,
True,
we
but
do care a
yeah,
little bit. It's a bit discouraging.
Honestly, like even if we get like one like and one view, as long as we get a bunch of submissions, it should be good. But we're not getting submissions. So
that's true. That's true. At least give us stuff to go on with. At least
yeah, exactly.
toss a coin on the street. That's all we ask for.
Otherwise, it's time for controversial bits, which is
Oh God. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, that should be it for this one. Episode 12 comes to a wrap. Thanks for watching, guys. Share, like, subscribe, the lot.
And
Yeah.
see you next time.